Boy, Game Awards. That was a show. It was filled with big winners, big trailers, and a ton of announcements. We're going to get into those. And then Bungie's marathon is back and it's turning heads. All this and more on this episode of Press X to Start Gamers Digest. What's a run? I'm your host, TJ, aka Sexy Bad Choices, aka I promise it's not a frog I have in my throat. I'm still just a little under the weather because if you missed it last episode, my son coughed in my face, in my mouth specifically. I am joined by
Sean MF Ross.
What does the MF stand for?
Nice and healthy.
I hate you. For now. All right, now you know who we are and what I'm down with, the sickness. This is Press X Start Gamers Digest, a video game news show that connects the most important gaming news from this past week into an hour-long meal just for you. We're live on YouTube every week when we can make it because, man, life is hard, especially when you're sick.
Staying healthy is not easy.
Brag about it. Don't forget, you can support us by liking this video, subscribing to the channel, and hit the notification bell. If you are listening, we appreciate you listening. If you are listening, we would appreciate you leaving us a review on whatever podcast service you're tuned in on. Thank you. And if you want, after that, you could tell a friend, a person you just met, a person you knew forever. That's not a friend, I guess a family member. That's what that's called, right? A person you knew forever, it's a family member.
Tell a person on the bus next to you.
Or that.
Open your window while you're driving and yell at the car next to you.
Actually, you know what? Do that. Forget everything I said and do that. I think that's the best thing you can do to spread the word about Press X Start Gamers Digest. So yes. And then if you want, after all that, you can join our conversation by joining our Discord at pressx2start.com. Almost lost it there. /Discord. That would have been a big cough. All right. With that being said, let us jump into the gaming news with number one. Here is everything announced at the Game Awards 2025. So, as I said, the Game Awards happened, and it was a big show. I believe it was 3 hours long, which is not as big as the show last year, but still, this is like one of the biggest shows in the year. So, Sean, what was your overall impressions of the show? And I guess you can give it a rating as well.
It wasn't bad. I just think they had their opening trailer and their ending trailer flipped. I enjoyed most of it. And the winners, it was predictable. Clear Obscura Expedition 33. It was clear from the day it released that it was going to sweep. We thought they were going to be contenders as the year went on, but no. That wall would not fall.
Just hit. Yeah, the game just hit in every category. But yes, like I am pretty much along the same lines as you. I think I mean overall I enjoyed the show. I thought it was an amazing show. I think Jeff did a very good job this year with not having the ad section be so
long.
So that was a big like thumbs up for me. I think I also agree, and I think most of the internet also agrees that having High Guard be the last like thing to show at the end of the show, it just fell flat. It didn't present well. I think that game, like the things you're doing in that game, is a little too complicated for a trailer of like that short. So it was very much confusing. Like, okay, what are you actually doing in this game? They're showing a bunch of stuff, but it's like,
it wasn't initially clear that it was a hero shooter. I mean, eventually it came across, but initially it was like, oh, okay, a new thing from
right. Yeah. So I think for sure, like there was a number of like really like, oh, this is a crazy kind of trailer thing happening in this show that could have swapped positions with that. Like,
yeah,
the Star Wars Fate of the Old Republic, that could have been there. The Mega Man thing could have been there. Yeah, it just, I just wonder what the like backroom conversation was to have that game there, if it was a thing that like
as the last.
yeah, exactly. It just seemed kind of weird that was the thing that they showed. But let's jump into the actual, reveals and announcements about the Game Awards. So this is coming from VGC by way of Chris Scullion. We're not going to go through the whole thing because, again, this is a 3-hour show. We're just going to pick and choose of like, the things that stood out to us. So I'm going to go ahead and give you the first go to pick a thing that like really stood out to you.
Control 2, aka Control Resonant. This looks like they have improved and learned what limitations they could get around on the first game. Because I mean, in the first game you were in tight hallways, which I guess added to the tension. But this time it looks like everything is spilled out into the city, and you're possibly playing as I think the main character's in first one's name was Jesse. I forget her brother's name, but it looks like you're playing as the brother now.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that trailer was really like, also I want to give props to Jeff Keighley for incorporating the like live stage actors into like doing like the crazy stuff that like led into the trailer itself.
Yeah.
And like that was like the person being suspended or whatever. Like, okay, this is pretty dope. But yeah, that trailer was also like really, really cool. I played very little of Control 1, I guess. I'll just say Control 1. But I think
if I can try it.
Yeah, I think, well, on top of that, I just think that this trailer looked cool and it appealed more to me because the way that the main character is doing combat is like more hack and slash. And I'm like, okay, well, I think that would work better for me than the whole like gunplay stuff. I think that was sort of an issue I was having when I was playing Control from the first, because it just felt like a little floaty or whatever. But I didn't play enough of it to like really get inundated with that combat system and like learn to like it or learn to love it, essentially.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and just say, for me, one of my big pops was the Divinity trailer. Was the fact that that statue in the desert was for Divinity. Like we broke the there was a leak that happened that it was, we knew that this was gonna be a thing, right? But that trailer was insane. It did the thing of back in the 90s where people were just like, Mortal Kombat is too violent. People were online talking about this trailer is too gross, it's too violent. It's just like, really?
I mean, I can see the man being ripped apart very viscerally and burning alive at the stake. I can see why people would say that might be too much if they're watching it with their children, like I was.
Me too.
Daughter ran and hid behind me, still trying to peek at the screen.
Really?
But just like, what the hell is this? And the baby is just like, what's going on over here?
Yeah, like, yeah. So it was a thing of, because London was sitting next to me watching, or standing next to me watching it, and it just occurred a little too slow in my brain. Like, oh, this is Divinity. This is Larian Studios. This is probably going to get dark because Baldur's Gate 3 was also dark. And once things start kicking off,
time.
Exactly, right? Once things start kicking off, I was just like, oh, yeah, she shouldn't be watching this. So I went to shield her eyes, and she fought me to sit and watch the entire trailer. I'm just like, all right, if you get nightmares, I apologize. But
good job, teacher.
Yeah, that was a big pop for me. How about you?
I didn't play Baldur's Gate 3. I mean, well, no. I lie. I played like the first 20 to 30 minutes and I decided that interface was too much for me and I kind of bowed out. I could see where it would be cool, but maybe I'll give it another go at some point in the future. I don't know, maybe. But um I'd have to see the gameplay of Divinity and what they're doing with it, but
Yeah.
it definitely, the presentation definitely looked cool, but I don't know if that's for me.
I get that. So what's another game that popped for you?
Uh, I'm gonna leave my biggest game for last. They showed Saros again. I'm really
Yes.
excited. Unfortunately, that was delayed back to April. Granted, that's fine. That'll give me more time with Yakuza 3. Kiwami.
Well, in our next story, we know why it was delayed to April.
Okay. Okay. Well, yeah. Regardless, yeah.
Okay.
Saros. Are you gonna check out Returnal, DJ?
Yeah.
Gonna go try Returnal
I'm gonna
again?
try it and check out Returnal, but like I'm definitely in for Saros. I think what I've seen of that
Why?
game,
Why? I'm curious.
I don't know. I feel like I might have just missed the boat with Returnal.
It's the same
Where it's
game,
like I
damn
can
near.
still play it, but
The only thing this looks like is it has an active shield. That's it.
true. Yeah.
The
But yeah.
gameplay is damn near identical. Go play Returnal if you want to play Saros. This just has a newer story. Promise you. From what I've seen, I've platinumed Returnal.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
It,
I'll try it out.
the bullet patterns look similar. Like, if you want to play Saros now, go play Returnal.
Right. Okay. I'll give it a shot. For me, I'm gonna go ahead and just say Mega Man. Like, I wish it was like a Mega Man Legends.
Mm-hmm.
It being 2D is like that's fine, but it's just cool to see Mega Man is back. So I don't know. We're not getting that for a long time, so it's kind of like, all right, well, I'll keep it in the back of my
Yeah.
mind. I know
Yeah.
at least it's coming. So what about you?
Fair. Um, my last game is Gang of Dragon. This is from a former. I don't know how involved he was with the Yakuza, but he was with the studio RGG, and he is making basically in the same city. This looks like a more bloody Yakuza because it's already hella
Yeah,
violent.
yeah. It
Just
looks
not
really
as
good though.
bloody. The graphical fidelity looks amazing,
Yeah.
and the actor is let me not get it wrong. Uh, but he was in Eternals.
Yeah.
Ma Dong Suk. I'm saying it wrong. I'm sorry. Um, but apparently, I was like, damn, this dude looks so familiar, but I don't know where I've seen him. He was
Yeah, he's a
also
pretty
in
good.
Train to Busan, which I started the other day, but I didn't finish.
Yeah,
So
he's a pretty famous actor, and that movie is awesome.
yeah,
Yeah. My other thing is, dang, I just had it in the back of my mind. Oh,
Blade
Phantom Blade.
Zero.
So we finally got a release date for that. It's like,
Mm-hmm.
all right, cool. And that game still looks impressive. I am completely down for that game just because I've been playing other Chinese games. And I'm just like, hey man, I'm here for this. And that game continues to impress. So I'm just like, all right. You got anything else?
All the other stuff is like honorable mentions. Like, was it Bradley the Badger or something like that? That looks
Mm,
interesting.
yeah.
Um, I'm interested in Resident Evil, but I was never really like a huge Resident Evil person. I think the only one I've ever actually finished was 7. So maybe.
Yeah, you know me, Resident Evil. I'll watch you play it, but I'm not gonna play it. I'm not gonna play it. But it is cool to see that Leon is actually now confirmed, even though it was leaked a while ago. And Capcom was
Yeah.
like, no, he's not in there. Stop it, guys. But yeah, like the Bradley the Badger as well is one of the things that's just like, oh, this is interesting. Like, what's going on here? Because I mean, this could this could very much so be cool, or just be like, oh, that was a cool trailer, and the game was
Yeah.
like kind of okay. And then of course, gotta mention Star Wars: Fate of the Old Republic. That looks cool. Um, I'm I'm not a huge Star Wars person. Like, I'll play the games, but like it's one of those things where
Yeah,
it's like if
it looks cool, but that's not for me. I get it. Same here.
yeah, it's one of the things where like I'll give it a shot. Like if the game turns out to be something like a Mass Effect, kind of like Baldur's Gate 3 kind of like RPG
I didn't even
story.
play Mass Effect. I think I tried the first
Oh,
one and I was just like, nah.
oh, really?
I guess I had to
Mass
be
Effect
there.
is good. Do play number two. Number two, I think, is like considered like the best.
Just skip it. Sure.
Yes, yeah. But yeah. Um, man, I am just like coughing right now. Do you have anything else?
Nah.
No.
Good show, Keely.
Yeah, it was a good show for sure. Okay. Okay. Let me go. I need to go blow my nose. Can you take number two while I go do
Number
this real quick?
2, Bungie's Marathon resurfaces with a $40 price tag and a March 2026 release date. This is coming to us from Kotaku by way of Ethan Gotch. Um, Marathon was supposed to be out months ago. Instead, it's coming out March 2026. At one point, this game was canceled indefinitely, so this is very interesting to see. They did a surprise video documentary that went live Monday. Um, is it earlier today? Yeah, earlier today. Um, they promised a sci-fi survival extraction shooter that's full of mysteries and hidden dangers. They did a 22-minute deep dive, which went all over the elements of the project that hadn't been rehabbed since it was delayed earlier this year, following the harsh fan feedback from me. And I think, no, I think DJ was a little bit more positive on Marathon versus Arc Raiders.
Just a little. Just a little.
Yeah.
But yeah.
So during that quiet period, they held multiple closed beta tests, which I was supposed to play. I just never found the time. But they re-examined the gameplay, introduced completely new features, including proximity chat, uh, which is all the rage, I guess, now for shooters that are not like arena based.
Yeah.
Um, we'll see how this goes.
Okay. So
Yeah.
I sat and I watched the like 22-minute the developer diary that they had.
Yeah.
And I will say that the game looks a lot better. Like
Hmm.
just generally how we had issues with, I think it was Dire Marsh, where it just looks so faded all the time. It completely like redid all that, all the lighting and all that stuff. The game looks great. People are now literally turning their heads and saying like, "Oh, this got a glow up. Oh, this looks really good. This looks really good."
Yeah.
And it's just like, that's unfortunately, we got the game in an alpha state, and that is sort of what alphas might look like because nothing is final.
Hmm.
And it's just that, just the minds were made up when the game wasn't, at least
It
in the
was
beta
very
phase.
unfortunate that they had their
Yeah.
betas damn near the same week.
Yeah, exactly. So it is a thing of like, okay, well, I think what is smart about Marathon coming, oh, by the way, Marathon's gonna be coming out sometime in March. So at the
Yeah,
end
yeah,
of
I said
the
that.
develop, okay, cool. So, and that's probably why Saros got pushed to April. So they're not coming out in the same time and like completely like, doing whatever they do with the marketing.
I
But
can see that, I guess.
yeah, it's a thing of, I imagine Sony really wants Marathon to do well, and they're going to try their hardest to have it do as best as it can. And I think especially with like all this steam for Saros because Returnal was so good, they're gonna want to separate the two games so people aren't just gonna be like, I would try Marathon, but I'm definitely getting Saros, so I'm gonna save my money and just get Saros and not Marathon.
Do you see Saros doing well like that? Because I
Yeah,
don't know that Returnal
I can see
did
Saros doing well.
amazing. Let me see.
Yeah,
Returnal sales numbers. I'm curious. Returnal sold at least. Let me see. It came out April 2021, and they sold at least 1 million copies early, at least by February 2022.
the reason why I think Saros is going to do better than Returnal is
Mhm,
the fact that I almost look at it like
mhm.
Helldivers 1 to Helldivers 2, where Helldivers 1 was a good game,
Fair.
but it wasn't it wasn't widespread like known about it. Like the marketing was like, good. Whereas Returnal is a good game. The marketing was pretty good, but we
Yeah.
have people because I think you might have been able to play it for free or something like with the
What?
Returnal. Is it on PlayStation Plus or something?
I think so. Let me see.
Okay. But like,
The main issue that killed the sales, I think, was the saving mechanic, where
mhm,
if you wanted to take a break from the game, you pretty much had to pause it and put it in rest mode.
right, right.
And it was very unforgiving.
Yeah.
Um they fixed that. Let's see, PlayStation. They fixed that pretty much. I think that's what killed the sales in addition to its difficulty and its length, because it was a lot.
Yeah, I agree. Because like that was one of the issues I had personally with that game. It's like I would want to play this, but I can't.
Mhm. You
Yeah,
can't
all
dedicate
I
the
got other
time.
stuff I got to do.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So what I'm gonna throw up the dev diary thing from Marathon just so we can
Yeah,
have a
Returnal is on
visual.
PlayStation Plus now.
Okay. Yeah.
Catalog.
So yeah, like I when I look back when I after watching this dev diary and trying to figure out, okay, how well can this game do? I think it can do very well. I think giving it, having it be months removed from Arc Raiders
Yeah.
is probably the best they can do because
People are gonna be
I'm
comparing the shit left and right.
exactly, exactly. And like I feel like with I haven't checked the numbers for Arc Raiders, and I'm pretty sure it is still popular,
Mhm.
but I don't I think it might have hit that point where it's stabilized to whatever number it's gonna have is just gonna have those people are just going to like stay and be like a
Uh,
part of it.
I mean, shit. It sold 7.7 million units,
Yeah, it did. It definitely did. Yes.
250 million in revenue so far, and I
Hmm.
guess it has a little bit of microtransactions, don't it? So
Yes.
roughly 70% on Steam, 17% on PlayStation, and 13% on Xbox.
Yeah. Yeah. So
Back to
I
school.
can imagine that like Marathon is definitely not going to be a Concord. Um, I don't think it's going to be the biggest extraction shooter, especially with Arc Raiders doing so well. And then like,
Yeah.
people are probably gonna still stick with Tarkov. Well,
I mean, that's if you have access to Tarkov. It ain't on the
that's
console,
true.
so
That's true. And that was the thing where it's like in my mind, I looked at Marathon as trying to be like the Fortnite extraction shooter that like gets people in and it's like kind of easy
yeah.
to digest. Where based off of the dev diary, no, they're going more hardcore with the extraction elements and try to really like push it, I guess, more towards like a kind of like Tarkov, where it's like a bit more um can't think of the word. Basically, it's not going to be as forgiving from I guess from how I interpreted some of the stuff that they were
Yeah.
talking about. But like some of the things that they've added to this game that wasn't in the alpha were like they have now dead bodies on the ground, like fallen runners that are on the ground, and there's like a level of decay to the body. So if if you get to a scene and you see like the bodies are like kind of like bled out, it's like, okay, well, this fight probably happened a while ago. But like if you get to the scene and like the body is just on the ground, there's like just like a little bit of blood, and you're like, okay, this probably just happened, so I should like really keep my wits about me, sort of thing.
Yeah.
And it's like something like that. It's like really cool. It's like, oh, that is something that we see in a lot of these games, but like it's used in a different way to like give you more information of like what's happening. They showed
And you'll have those people who pay no attention to it at all,
absolutely,
and then think that other people are hacking.
oh, absolutely. And they'll go on Reddit immediately on Marathon subreddit and be like, oh, this game is trash. Like, what's happening to these bodies? I don't understand any of this stuff. I want my money back. But they also showed the other maps that they have. So we have Perimeter, which is that first map, which is like kind of like the biggest map, I guess. I say I guess because they didn't actually specify like the sizes of these maps. They just kind of gave loose measurements kind of thing. So you have Perimeter, which is like the intro map that like everybody plays. And then you have Dire Marsh, which is the map that most people had issues with in the alpha because that had that like grayish like mist everywhere.
Yeah.
That got like a noticeable visual like bump up. And then after Dire Marsh, there is another map that's like a little smaller, and then there is a like sort of like the in DMZ, there was that place that you went to that was like, what was that? Where you had to get the key card to get into it? Like black something?
I remember what you're talking about. Yeah.
Yeah. Like
It was a dungeon, basically, a dungeon within DMZ.
yeah. So there's a map like that in Marathon where
Okay.
it's like you go there, you're gonna get good loot, but like you're gonna be stressed out
also
the
get
entire
murked.
time. You're right, exactly. And then like on top
Yeah.
of that, the AI is just overall more challenging now. So they're basically bumping up everything to make this thing a more stressful extraction shooter, which is, getting you closer to like a Tarkov experience. So
Yeah.
if any of that appealed to you, you might want to check out Marathon again and, keep your eyes open for this game because it could be good. Could be good.
Hmm.
Am I missing anything else? And then it's gonna be $40 to be. You mentioned that too, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So that was another thing where people are like, oh, this game needs to be free to play in order for it to do well, and it's like,
Nah,
no.
some people look at free to play as not being worth their time sometimes. It feels
Yeah.
like you expected Where Winds Meet to be, where, all right, when y'all gonna ask me for money?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and like really and truly, this game can cost money. It just needs to be good, and it
Mm-hmm.
needs to have players who believe in the game. That's it. Will that
Yeah.
happen? We'll see. It's Bungie, so we know the shooting is going to be very decent at least. But
At least.
we'll see. Number 3. Okay. Xbox Game Xbox Game Studio boss on Call of Duty movie. Oh wait a minute. This is
Are you excited for a Call of Duty movie? The hell does that
no.
even look like? What's that even?
This is not what I thought this was. Yeah, so Xbox Game Studio. Oh, this is from Variety. By way of Jennifer Mossy. So Xbox Game Studio boss on Taylor Sheridan's Call of Duty movie launching Call of Duty. Okay, there's a comma there. So the Call of Duty movie launching
Mhm.
South of Midnight for PlayStation 5 and Switch 2, and big plans for Dev Direct in January. The Dev Direct for January, that was the thing that I was focused in on.
Yeah.
I missed the other stuff. So am I excited for a Call of Duty movie? Absolutely not.
Yeah.
Yeah. Launching South of Midnight for PS5. Great. Kind of late for that. I think it's coming next
Nah, not
year.
necessarily.
You don't think so? Okay. Well,
If
it's coming
people want
next
to play it,
year,
people want to play it.
spring.
Like it can't.
Well, that's true. That's
Fine.
true. And then big plans for the Dev Direct in January. So Xbox really didn't have too much of a presence at the Game Awards. They had that Game Pass commercial, which was
Really wacky.
interesting. Yeah. And then South of Midnight won the Accessibility Award, I think. South of Midnight won an award, which is like impressive because Xbox games rarely win awards. So yeah. So that was cool. Are you excited for the Dev Direct from Xbox?
I mean, I guess I could watch it to see what will come to PlayStation in 6 to 12 months. But not really.
Yeah.
Not really.
Yeah, I'm
Most of their devs, whatever they're making, like Bethesda, whatever they're calling themselves now. I don't like Bethesda games. Activision, they're making Call of Duty. I'm done with that. I
yeah.
think they're making the Crash games, but I mean, it's not the same.
Yeah. It's a thing of like I would like to be excited for like,
Yeah.
Xbox games, but it's just they're not doing anything. I mean, they're doing stuff, but they're not doing stuff, I guess, that appeals to me. Like I'm interested
Yeah.
to see what Fable looks like. We're gonna see Halo stuff at this point. I don't need Halo. I don't need Halo. So it is a thing of like, man, I don't know. Like, and then I don't do like Forza racing games, so it's like, I don't know.
Yeah, I'm pretty much done with racing. So like, yeah, I'm good. Quite all right.
Yeah. All right, and then number 4, Ubisoft. Cough there. Can you take number 4?
Number 4. Ubisoft acquires Amazon Games Montreal team, marking the return of Rainbow Six's Siege director. Ain't that some stuff when you leave and your ex buys your new company to get you back?
Yep.
Very obsessive,
Yep.
Ubisoft. Um, Amazon Games is working on a game called The Mark of the Giant, so I guess Ubisoft is gonna mess that up. Hey, what are you guys working on?
Yeah, it
This needs more
it's
guidance and interruptions and stuff on the map to do.
Can we put this in Assassin's Creed somehow? Like this is just it's confusing and it's
Mhm.
weird and it's a symptom of, I guess, Ubisoft not learning any lessons from, I
We'll
don't
see.
know,
We'll see.
X
No.
Defiant.
We'll see. Give it time. We have to see it release first.
Okay, I guess.
Um, I give this game a 7 out of 10. I know it hasn't released yet, but you know what? Audience, take that down. Clip that. 7 out of 10.
7 out of 10. Let's go. Yeah, I got
If it gets a 9 out of 10, I'll eat $1.
a whole dollar. Yeah,
I
I
mean, I
don't know.
can't afford much more in
I'm
this economy, but I'll eat
oh, yeah.
$1.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong. But yeah, I just don't. It's like, okay, sure. I guess we'll see what happens. We'll see if Ubisoft does well. If this game does well, and Ubisoft still kills the studio like they did with
Mm,
Prince of Persia studio, or if this
yeah.
game is just another flop or whatever. I don't know. But yes, that is it for the. Oh, I need to take this off because I did not get to play that demo. That is it for the gaming news. And then the quick hits, it's just one. So Dispatch Dev says that there is one super rare game state no one got yet. And this comes from Eurogamer. So essentially what happened there is that they actually don't know if this might be a bug, but there is a what was the state? At the end of the game, we did a little personality test where it's like your robot or your Robert was an everyman based on how the game played, or your Robert was an anti-hero. But there's actually 4. I've only seen three show up, and there's 4. Looking for the 4th one. Oh, it's basically you've perfected the game. So it's just basically getting perfect on all of the dispatching. And
I mean, if only that was less vague with like what
yes,
they wanted from people, then I don't know. Maybe that was intentional, but that is one part of the game I kind of hated. Or it's like, oh, what are you asking of me? I don't know what
exactly.
you want
Yeah,
from me.
yeah,
Who do I send?
yeah. Now I'm literally the same thing where it's just like when I was
Mhm.
first doing dispatch stuff, it was like this is stuff. This stuff is kind of like vague. Like I'm
Yeah,
gonna send sonar, I guess, and see what happens. Like, oh, that wasn't what you're asking. Okay, sure. There was no hint system to like give me a hint or anything.
yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, that props to
Was
you
annoying.
if you are not mainlining. If you are
Running it back,
200
trying to
hours in
get that.
dispatch now and
Yeah,
try to get that perfect.
I'm gonna
Yeah,
play it
that is
again. I
yeah,
just haven't
same
gotten
here.
through it yet, but that is a really enjoyable show or whatever you want to call it.
Yes, absolutely. All right, well, that's been the news for tonight. Let's jump into the games we've been playing. Sean, what you been playing?
Of course, more Battlefield 6, but during the Game Awards, they said they had a Pragmata demo. I downloaded that. It was on Steam, by the way. The Xbox, PS5, and I think a Switch 2. I know the Switch 2 version is coming out. I don't know if there's a demo for Switch 2 coming out, but all
Yeah.
those will release later. I will have to replay it again. I did enjoy the gameplay. I played it on my little whack ass gaming PC. I did not change any of the settings. So it ran fairly poorly, but the game
Okay.
was still enjoyable enough for me to want to get on release. So the
I mean, that's pretty good.
the what do you want to call that? It's not really a quick time event, but the juggling of shooting and doing the puzzle mechanics, it wasn't as cumbersome as you would think it would be. Um,
That's actually good to know. Yeah.
I thought you would have downloaded the demo. You have a better computer than I do.
Yeah,
Um,
I'm downloading it now. I opened up Steam to download it, and then for whatever reason, like I just
yeah,
like turned off Steam and completely forgot about it. So I'm
yeah,
downloading it
yeah.
now.
No. I get that. So I think in the demo you have your standard pistol that doesn't run out of ammo. You have this force wave shotgun kind of thing that kind of does broad damage. They have a stasis gun that kind of sticks things in place,
Mm.
and then there's a fourth gun you unlock as well as a I want to say an outfit and something that you unlock for finishing the demo, but I didn't go run it back and play it
Okay.
yet.
Yeah.
Um, you have different things that you can kind of add to the puzzle mechanic to make your damage stronger, or it has different modifiers. I think they just had one that was like a shield. I'm not 100% sure on what that did, but I enjoyed the game.
Yeah.
Um, the acting and dialogue is kind of corny, but at the same
Mm.
time, so is all the acting and dialogue in Resident Evil, if that makes sense. So like, I don't mark that
It's a
against the
Capcom
game.
thing. It's a
Yeah,
Capcom thing.
it's just like,
Yeah. Because it's kind of the same way in Monster Hunter 2. It's a Capcom thing. Like, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, so like if you are used to Capcom voice acting and dialogue, it's not gonna bother you. So
Yeah. Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
it is coming out. When did they say it's coming out?
Um,
Release date.
I'm on the
It just says 2026 still. Oh,
no,
April.
April 24th.
Damn.
April 24th, yeah.
Saros is coming out in April too. God damn. Oh man, let's say April 24th. When is Saros coming?
It'd be
Damn you.
goodness.
Y'all could have just
Lord, it'd be
can't April
goodness.
30th, 4 days apart. Y'all could have canceled Marathon, man. It has no hopes. Whatever.
Oh man. So
I
yeah,
guess I'll
for
finish
me,
Pragmata first because that's not a roguelike.
yeah, yeah.
Damn. All right.
For
All
me,
right. That's fine.
I plan on playing Pragmata for sure.
Mhm.
Battlefield 6, same thing, same thing, different
No, you're
guns.
not. No, you're not. You also said that about Infinite Wealth. Get out of here, DJ.
Wait, what?
Get
Wait,
out of
what
here.
was
Like a
say what about
Dragon,
what?
Infinite Wealth.
Oh. No,
Get
I'm
out of
gonna
here,
play.
DJ.
Oh man. But I am I'm still playing Where Winds Meet, but
Yeah.
not as much. I am maybe I'm sort of like falling off of it. I feel like my main issue with that game is that it is not optimized for PlayStation.
Yeah.
So like
You know, it is
what?
optimized for PlayStation. Returnal, it was made by a
Oh,
PlayStation
of
first
course.
party.
Of course yes, you're right. You're absolutely right. It is totally optimized for PlayStation. But yeah, in terms of Where Winds
Yeah.
Meet, like I am having
Yeah.
a good time with that game. There is tons of stuff to do in that game, and I think that was the initial draw for me. And I just I wish that that game was just better optimized for PlayStation and better
Yeah.
optimized for I'm gonna go ahead and say it English speakers because
Mhm.
I'm literally playing that game with Chinese voiceover, but then English subtitles.
Hey,
But I think I
guess
mentioned it
what? That's
before.
what they say about our games. It's fine.
I know,
Have fun with
but
the shit.
the thing that bothers me is that the subtitles you can't they will they have a timer on them, so they'll just go and go and go and go. So you can't
That
like
sounds like a you
stop and
problem, DJ.
actually.
That sounds like a
I mean,
skill problem.
it might be, but at the same time, like they give the same amount of time for one
Yeah.
line that they do for like 4 lines, and it's just like,
Hey
what are you
man.
doing? What are you doing?
That's how rigorous school is over there, DJ. Get with it. Get with it.
You're probably right. You're probably right. But again, like that's because of that, like
Hmm.
I'm not absorbing the story as I would like
Yeah.
to. So like
Nah.
it's like, oh, I remember this character from some hours ago. I don't really know what their deal is, but oh, we're fighting. All right, I'm gonna put hands as this person. And it's been like that where it's just like, all right, I'm kind of falling off of this bandwagon, but I need another game to play. And I understand the problem with the words that come out of my mouth and then like the other words that come out of my mouth. So
Do you?
here I am.
All right,
But
DJ.
yeah, I'm gonna be downloading some stuff. I'm downloading this Pragmata demo, and then I'm gonna download Returnal. So
Hmm.
I'm gonna do it. I'm
Why
gonna
must you lie to our listeners?
do it. They'll never know. They'll never know. All right.
Mm.
Well, that has been it for this episode of Press X Start Gamers Digest. We hope you enjoyed this episode as much as I enjoyed not coughing into the mic. Oh, that was tough. Remember, you can support us by liking this video, subscribing to the channel, hitting the notification bell. If you are listening, please leave us a review on whatever podcast service you're tuned in on. And don't forget, you can join in our conversations by joining our Discord at pressx2start.com/Discord. Until next time, where hopefully I am not barely hanging on because of my son trying to remove the the father of the house to become the new king of the whatever.
Mhm.
Yeah. Bye.
Peace.